Roger, people's heads are blowing up today about the whole Loretta Lynch Clinton situation, but you've got more breaking news. We've had Frank Gaffney on about the Republicans about to give $10 million to CARE, to the Islamic Society of North America and other front groups to help them restrain extreme violence, right? And now you've got more breaking news on Huma Abedin. By the way, Roger, I still can't figure out how she got the security clearance. Can you help me out here?
Yeah, it's very, very hard to understand because her ties to the Muslim World League and the League's ties to extremism and to terrorism, to an organization, a trust, which funded the actual attack on America in 9/11 are inexorable. This is a fact. This isn't fiction. And Hillary continues to dodge all of these questions. I mean, to me, Steve, it's only a matter of time before we get to a debate and Donald Trump just hits her right in the snout with it. You've taken at least $100 million from the Saudis. How can we expect you to declassify the 28 pages that tell us what exactly the Saudi involvement was in 9/11, the 28 pages of the congressional inquiry? What exactly is the role of Huma Abedin? How did you meet her? What do you know about her background? How did she get a security clearance? And we know from the record that Hillary's terrible at answering these questions. She's done nothing but dodge them.
Roger, walk us through now that between Clinton Cash and your investigation and Tom Fitton and Dave Bossie and others, people are starting to get it's coming in more high relief. Their relationship with warlords and other bad units and elements around the world, but particularly Saudi Arabia. How do you get to the $100 million?
Well, they're never very explicit and they're extremely opaque. But if you go to the Clinton Foundation's own website, which, by the way, every time they add donor information, certain donor information seems to disappear. So, for example, you won't find Jeffrey Epstein in there any place as hard as you look, even though he was in some of their earlier disclosures. But if you add up everything they have taken from regimes that oppress women, who stone women, who murder gays, who murder Christians, who oppress these people, you come to the $100 million amount. Now, it could be more than that. It could be slightly less than that. But that's their own reported number that they refused to respond to. And Hillary was, on the one occasion, when Andrea Mitchell asked her directly, what about this money from these oppressive regimes? She said, well, the foundation does great work, and everybody knows where I stand on issues pertaining to women. Doesn't answer the question
by the way,
what the Saudis are doing.
Roger, that answer is not going to wash with the American people now, is it? I mean, that's a spin that Andrea Mitchell, who's like her kid sister, the way she throws up softballs to her, but it's it's like it's t-ball with her, not even coach pitch. Well, but that answer is not going to suffice, is it?
I don't think it works in the end. I think she's going to have to answer these questions about the Saudis, about their influence, about exactly what they've bought. And exactly what the role of Huma is, where Huma came from, what Huma's background is. I mean, we know that she and her parents and her brothers are all tied inexorably to the Muslim World League, and we know the etymology of that. It ties directly to Omar Abdul Nassif, who is a radical, deeply involved with Islamic terrorism. All of these diplomatic cables that are recently published by WikiLeaks only further this entire narrative. It shows that Hillary knew exactly what the Saudis were doing, knows precisely that they are spending as much as $1 billion a year to import their form of radicalism.
Before I let you go, but other people, doesn't it surprise you? Do you think there are other voices there at the State Department? I mean, knowing that, these questionable ties and why there wasn't more, why there wasn't more scrutiny put on her. Does it surprise you you're not hearing, or we haven't seen so far, other voices at the State Department that might, or even on Capitol Hill, that might have questioned why she had an assistant that had a security, how she got this security clearance? And now we know from all the revelations, Huma was really the person monitoring her email account, and it looked like monitoring her email account as close as Hillary Clinton was. Is it surprise you?
Because we now know that those emails included highly classified and top secret information. Therefore, Huma had access to all of that information. To whom did she pass it on beyond the State Department? I mean, I think these are legitimate questions. What's outrageous is when Republicans do raise these questions, or when critics do raise these questions, Huma is defended by John McCain. Huma is defended by, inside the Beltway establishment folks who think she's very chic, she's very exotic, she's very beautiful. They don't realize she's also very lethal. She is most likely a plant, for the Saudis. I believe she is a spy. I've written that for Breitbart, written it elsewhere. It's in my book, The Clintons' War on Women. I think I do think that Hillary will not be able to avoid these questions, because Trump is a brawler, and he's going to raise them without any question.
We've got another piece by Roger Stone coming up today detailing other observations, accusations against Huma Abedin. By the way, did Huma Abedin or any of her people contact you about the book and threaten to sue you, sir?
I have never heard from them whatsoever. I would, of course, welcome that, because it would be another forum to prove that everything in the book is true.
Roger Stone, thank you very much. Roger Stone, former strategist with Donald Trump, now independent consultant and observer, also author of an explosive book, The Clintons' War on Women, focusing on Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and their war on women. Roger, thank you very much for joining us on Breitbart News Daily.